Hi, welcome to Empower Hour. I'm so excited to be sitting down with the amazing Eunice Liriano to talk about her successful career and her love for fashion. So Eunice, hi.
Hi.
Please tell us about your career, what you do currently, everything about your fashion journey. I'd love to know.
So I started in fashion, actually, which is my first love. I used to make clothes as a child.
I know that.
I did. I used to alter all my clothes. My mother would die because whenever she would look for thread and needle, she couldn't find.
Oh my God.
So I currently transitioned from fashion into philanthropy. I currently run a foundation for women's health here in New York, which is really wonderful. And it's focused on women look like you and I and their health and their betterment in all things health. So that's what I'm doing currently. But with that said, fashion is at the forefront of everything that I do, whether I'm in, philanthropy, whether I'm in fashion, whether I'm in walking down the street, picking up my kid. Fashion is super involved in my life every single day.
Amazing. And I see that you used to also work at Dress for Success.
I did.
I love them. We used to donate to that organization years ago. We're actually going to be partnering up with them. So it's really exciting.
Yeah.
I know that.
Yeah.
What was it feeling like when you were able to dress women with these clothes that were supposed to give them actual empowerment, make them feel powerful for interviews and set them up for success?
Before I started working there, running the marketing and development, I was a volunteer. And I think the joy every single time I went into the office was making sure that these women were prepared for their interviews. So once I became the VP of marketing and communications and development, I was like, listen, how do we continue this journey with these women? Because outside of just the interview, what happens next? They have to go to work. They get a job. They now have to dress up for work. So how do we continue that journey? So I think as someone who's always loved fashion, who's always been at the forefront of fashion, I made sure that we had all the right designers from DVF to Gucci, to Talbot's, high-end, low-end, Walmart. We had all the wonderful partners who came in and really supported this work. But I think had I not had a love for fashion originally, I wouldn't have had the success that I had at the organization. And cheers to you for, continuing that work and that purpose. But I really believe that my love for fashion really kind of, started that journey, in philanthropy for me, especially, with Dress for Success.
Well, that kind of leads me to my next question. How do you feel fashion makes an impact on your daily life at work or when you have to go to an important meeting or event? What is it about things you choose that resonate with you?
I like to say that it depends on the room you're walking into. So because I have such a vast network of clients and partners and donors, I know that if I'm going into a meeting with Nike, I'm not going to go in slacks, right? I'm going in a cool pair of, shoes, Nike, of course. Right. I'm going in with a really great kind of relaxed dress or a little denim shirt, something really cool and relaxed. But then when I'm going into my corporate room, with my high level banking partners and things like that, I know that while I'm not going to wear a suit because I'm not a suit girl, I know that I'm going to wear a beautiful, high-waisted pant with a beautiful blouse. I'm going to maybe I could wear a beautiful crisp white shirt, with my lovely Raquel jeans, which I, bought recently. So it really just depends on what the room that I'm entering looks like. And I feel like you have to assimilate to the space. So again, when I'm working into my sportswear brand folks, I know I cannot go in a suit, but if I'm going into my banking people, I also need to let them know that I'm cool, I'm young, I'm fresh, I'm not going to wear a suit, right? That's never been my style, but I really know how to assimilate to the room. So it really just depends on the space you're going into. And you really just, you move in those circles and you assimilate to the space that you're in.
Who's your fashion icon?
Oh, Roni, there's so many. I love everything that Marissa Berenson, and a lot of people don't know who she is, but she's this incredible French actress. I've always loved her style. She wears these incredible turbans. She's always had this really unique French look. And then I'm going to go completely the extreme and go Grace Jones, who I just, till this day, she's in her 70s and she's still killing it in fashion. The woman walks around with a crochet, tube top, see-through on stage in her 70s and still is just really causing the stir in fashion. So, I love this classic French, kind of minimalist look, but then I love kind of this avant-garde moment. And then I love jewelry, and the bigger the better. And Maria Felix, she's an old school Mexican actress, and she always wore these beautiful pieces from Boucheron, from Cartier in the 60s and the 50s. So I've always loved her style as well. Because again, the bigger the better in the jewel space. But
to convince me.
Yeah, I'm all about a big jewel. But those three ladies really just always have moved the needle for me in fashion.
I'm going to definitely check them out. I'm so curious.
Yeah.
And I want to know who inspires you because I love your fashion.
Thank you.
I want to know who they are.
Yeah.
I'm curious, has there been an obstacle that you had to face that you overcame and it led you to where you are today, and did it have anything to do with being a woman in the industries that you were working in?
I mean, I think we all have obstacles in any career path you choose, but I will say that I made, and I don't recommend this to all, but I remember setting this big goal. And I said, by the time I'm 30, I'm going to work in fashion and I'm going to be a marketing director at a fashion brand. So I said that in my early 20s. And I will tell you, when I worked in one of my fashion brands in footwear, I was really good at my work. We were killing it. We were doing really well in marketing, but they wouldn't promote me. And I knew that I had the wherewithal to really get this job done. And I was like, you know what? Instead of getting frustrated and annoyed, I'm going to go look for this particular role that I'm looking for someplace else. And I was able to get it. And I was able to get this job. I remember it was August, right after my 30th birthday. And I became marketing director at a handbag company. And it was a global brand. I was able to travel all over the world, do amazing launches. And the obstacle for me was, okay, this person didn't see me in that role, but I saw myself in that space. So you know what? How do I make it happen? Literally went and found it someplace else. So while it was an obstacle for me, it became a positive result for me. But I did believe that at the time, I think a lot of, the rules have changed in the business, in the fashion world, because maybe I was a woman, maybe because I was Latina. I don't know. But I knew that you were not going to hinder my growth, right? So I went and found the role that I wanted to be in at that time, someplace else.
You made your own destiny.
100%.
I love it.
Absolutely.
Tell me about how you love giving back and your work with philanthropy, but also in small ways in daily life.
I will say, since becoming a mother, my giving capacity has shifted a bit in the small ways where, like, everything that my daughter no longer wears or everything that is just too big or too small, I just literally call up my church and they pick everything up. To a time where I'm at the coffee shop in Brooklyn where there's a mom with a baby in her, in her Bjorn, and she's trying to find her wallet. I'm like, you know what? I got it. Little things that to me are significant, that just tells about the kindness of people. Or when, you're at Walmart, my other favorite store, not shy to say it. And, high, we go low, ladies.
Yeah.
And there could be, again, someone in front of me that we're like, you know what? We're feeling really generous. This woman is lovely. We let her go in front of us. Let's just get her groceries. So to me, giving back comes in so many ways. Small, big. I believe that we're all people of service. We're women of service. We're humans of service. And I think that it's important to just always give back in the way that you can. It could be financially, and it could just be in a physical, gesture.
Now for the fun part. This is our speed round.
Okay. All right. I like it.
What is your favorite season of fashion and why?
Ooh, Roni. Okay, so I love winter. I will tell you, I love to layer. I love coats. Like, that's my whole thing, like coats. But ever since I cut my hair like 10 years ago, I'm a hat girl. So like, I will funk it up with a hat, with a, a nice fedora. But winter, I would say winter because I can really wear good boots. I can funk it up with a coat and a nice hat.
Love it. Yeah, I love winter.
Yeah.
Also my favorite season. What is your favorite cocktail?
I will tell you, I only drink Veuve Clicquot champagne, and I'm all about a rosé moment. However, in the winter, since it's my favorite season, I love a vodka gimlet.
That's like with the sour, right? The sour.
Well, you know what? It's literally
gimlet.
I'm going to tell you exactly. It is straight up vodka.
I clearly don't know.
It is straight up vodka with some fresh lime juice, and it might have a twist, but it's literally a nice, stiff, straight up vodka with a little lime juice, fresh lime juice, no roses lime. No.
So I actually think Audrey loves that type of drink too, because she doesn't call it that. She just says vodka with lime juice.
Like, that's my girl.
Gimlet is fantastic.
Well, her and I will go have a cocktail.
There we go.
Yeah.
What is your spirit fashion piece? There was one piece that encompasses who you are. What would that be?
Well, I have a few. Well, I'm wearing one, which is my vintage Patricia von Mufflin cuff. But I have this wonderful ring, and it's made out of like raw kind of resin. It's cut in like weird kind of shape, like me, like a little raw, a little fun, a little different. But I love that piece, and it has like unstructured diamonds in it, and it's like stacked in three, but it's really one piece. So I would say that would be my piece.
Layered.
Yeah, it's a nice layered ring. It's a very complicated piece, and I could be a little complicated, but it's a nice, talking piece as well.
I love that. Cheers to women, to successful women, and being strong and powerful.
And cheers to us.
Yay.
Thank you.